What's going on, guys? I'm the Maha Mechanic, and today we're going to be prepping this Porsche 944 for paint. So let's get into it. So in this video, mainly what we're going to be doing is removing bumpers and stuff so they can paint, door handles. The outside ones, door handles are going to be coming off, and all the little things. Possibly tail lights, but then rear bumpers. So yeah, let's get started. So first thing I want to remove is the front bumpers, bumper pads. As you can see, I've already removed the turn signals because that's I'm working on a different project right now. But it just has two bolts underneath, right here and over there on the same side, and then I've already removed them, but then you'll be able to pull it out. So just got it pulled off. You can see those are the little things that the bolts go through. Flip it upside down, and now we're going to remove the nuts on the inside. There's just two, and they go into studs that are actually connected to the bumpers, and once we do that, be able to come right off. Now we can just lift this up, and behind we left our bumpers. Bada boom, bada boom. So as you can see here, this is how they work. Just little studs in the pad itself. So set those aside. Now we can go to the back and do the rear ones there. Same kind of deal. As you can see, they have two things here. Now this one I'm gonna have to get replaced because the you can see there the stud actually snapped out of the rubber. Removing the rear bumper bar is the same. Essentially, come underneath, bolt hole here, bolt hole there. Same little shock absorber things, except this bolt hole feels like it looks like an Allen. So that's the only real difference here. But before you can remove that, once you remove those bolts, you have to remove these little plastic pieces here, little corner pieces. They just have bolts that go over here. It looks like a couple bolts in there, or nuts as well. So once you remove these pieces, you'll be able to remove this, and then we can remove those two bumpers and set those aside. So as you can see here, you're gonna have to remove the actual bumper before you can remove the side panel. So the bumper goes through that little hole, the rubber piece, and it also goes through this, so you won't be able to slide this off the end if that bumper pad's still on there. So you're gonna have to do everything in kind of reverse order of the front. Remove the bumper pad first, and then switch to the corner piece, and then finally you'll be able to take off the rear bumper metal piece. So this one, having run to the bolts were very stuck in the bumper. Thinking I might just use my impact on it after I let the penetrating oil sit for a while, just to try to knock them loose. Those bolts were quite rusty. You can see here, quite rusty. Nothing that the old impact can't fix. But yeah. Now that we've got that done, it should come right off, just like that. There we go. See? That is now nice and gone, as I like to say. Now we got this off the car. Now we can move on to removing the door handles. Alright, so removing the door handle is fairly easy. There's no bolts on the inside that you need to remove. You can see here, there's just the one from the other side that I took off. Very easy, just one bolt at the end. So we come back here, open the door, And then see this bolt right here above the latch. Gonna want to remove that, and that'll loosen up the door handle. So now we have that removed. You can see this side's free. You want to push this side forward and then wiggle this side out just like that. But now on the inside, come in and we're going to need to disconnect the little nub down there. If you can see that nub. So I'm going to have to make the window go up so I can access that. So gotta get the switches back on. So once you got the window up, just take this, pop it off, or try to. Jeepers. If it wants to, geez. Alright, popped it off just like that, and then you should be able to wiggle it out from there. So once you slide it forward, it'll come out like this. Then you can pull that side out. And the only thing that's going to be holding it in is this little white plastic piece that holds or does the lock. So you're going to want to kind of just pop that off. So as you can see here, there's a little nub there's a little nub right there that this plastic piece goes onto. So yeah, just pop that out. You're good. Set that aside in there. It's still attached, and then it'll come out the rest of the way. So you can still open it from the inside. So just leave the window down. So first step to removing the old taillight housings to get it ready for paint is going to be to remove the carpet from the inside so we can get to the bolts. So they're just clips on here, button type deal. Just pop those buttons off, and bada boom. Now we have access to our taillight housing and the bolts that hold them in the back. So from what I can see, there are 5 bolts, 8mm bolts, or 8mm nuts, sorry. One here, 2, 3, 4, and 5. There might be some underneath there, but I can't really see right now, so I'm just going to remove these and see if it comes off. There appears to be one more bolt or nut right down in here. All right, now that we got those 6 out, we should be able to push it right on out. Push it out, and they come out just on the front, but there is an electrical connector right here that you're going to need to remove, so you can actually remove it the rest of the way out. And then we can get our other one out. So same process. Alright, this one seems to be a little stuck in there. I don't know if they use some aftermarket RTV or a gasket maker or whatnot around the edge. So I'm just going to take a rubber mallet and kind of just knock it loose to see if that'll work. So yeah, that one was quite terrible to get out. As you can see here, it had some, I don't know, gasket maker. Oh, it's still sticky. Or whatever's holding it on, all this crap. As you can see here better on the, right here, you see all that crap in there. That made it virtually impossible to try and get this thing out. So I just went at it. I think someone squirted some caulking or whatever on here before they put it back in instead of actually getting another gasket like they should have. So yeah, that was pretty tough, harder than it needed to be. See, this stuff just super tacky. Just a bead of crap. I used a razor blade and kind of like cut around. You can see where I cut the edge here. So So yeah, I got that all done. So now we're ready for paint on the backside. So to remove the rear marker lights, it's extremely easy. I'd say easier than the front, even though it's like the same kind of deal here. You got two little nylon nuts, plastic nuts here. Undo those with your fingers. Pop the little cover off. Okay, and then once you got those, that little cover off, then you have some 8mm bolts on here, and you'll be able to push that forward and it'll come right out. They're just like little clamps that hold it to the body. And then just push it forward, just like that. There go your clamps and washers down there. Make sure to pick those back up. And you'll be able to push it out from the back. It looks like a white power wire or something and a ground wire in there. So just remove these. Or if you really need to, just pop the bulb out just like that. It's held in there by the little clip like this that goes over there. So this piece goes underneath this piece. You just push it and it pops right out. So now we got that removed. This connector didn't want to come off, and I didn't want to really pry on it because these are old wires. Now we got all of our rear lights off the car. I might try to remove the lock cylinder here. Can't be too bad, I don't think. As well as those lights, we're gonna want to move these lights up here. Just little tiny ones, little license plate lights. 2 bolts, or 2 screws actually. Very easy to get these this back end completely devoid of lights, as it should. So I forgot to film this part of removing this. You come back here. These 2 little pins go through these 2 holes and thread into the body there. So once you can just twist these, and then this will push out, and you're good. And now I think that's going to do it for this one. I got most of what I wanted to get done, ready for paint, so that I don't have to pay someone else to do it. Just the easy stuff. Door handles are off. You can still get to it from the outside if you accidentally do it. You're just going to have to go in there and push down the door handle thing, but having it on the inside, definitely the best way to go for that. We got side markers removed, taillights removed, bumpers removed, front valance, and front bumper here. Here are the 2 bumpers. I got all the front removed. So, got the windshield wiper or windshield washer hose spigot things removed from there. Those are real easy. They just twist out. So yeah, that's about all I'll do before paint. I would do the mirrors, but there's some special stuff that involves that. It doesn't just bolt on. It has like a spring bolt and stuff. You have to remove the connectors inside the pins of the actual connector. So I'll just leave that to them. So yeah, good. That'll conclude getting this bad boy ready for paint. So if you found this video informative, please be sure to like on the video and subscribe to the channel for more. And remember, no matter your experience or your skill level, keep on improving.